What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here with all of my thoughts on the Monday Night Football game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. But before I jump into this video, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody that tuned in to the 24-hour stream. You guys were phenomenal. It was an absolute blast. And I just want to say thank you so much for that support. Really meant a lot, and I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. Also want to give an update. My grandfather's surgery did go well, so everybody that was keeping him in their thoughts and prayers, thank you guys so much. He is doing good. So on to the game. 49ers and Green Bay Packers, and as a 49er fan, might be weird to see me smiling here, but I am so freaking proud of this team and the way they played last night. Now, it wasn't the result that we wanted. I know, I get it, but this team showed some heart, and I hadn't seen that a whole lot this season. There were times when they showed heart, then there were times when they just let players break tackles left and right on them. And I gotta try to remember, you know, this is a team of backups and a lot of young guys getting a lot of time right now. And I'll start off with CJ Beathard. He played a fantastic game. I know he got that late game interception, but, you know, that was just kind of a last attempt really to try to make something happen there. Kyle Shanahan is a genius. I know a lot of people are going in on Kyle Shanahan because of the 49ers record since he's taken over as coach. But I'm guessing that's people that haven't really watched the games, because he has been phenomenal. He's putting these guys in the best situation to have success, and the team is really just shooting themselves in the foot. We have lost the turnover battle all season long. We've been in games. We have been right there, but we are just turning the ball over way too many times, and our defense isn't really getting the ball back for us. Not frequently enough anyway. We lost the turnover battle last night 3-0. There was 2 fumbles. I imagine we lead the league in fumbles at this point. I'd be shocked if anybody had more than us. We have like 2 or 3 every single game. And it's really killing us, man. If we could cut down on the turnovers and even just get a few turnovers back going the other way, honestly, we could be 500 or better right now. And that says a lot considering our entire offense has pretty much been injured this season. But very proud of CJ Beathard. He is just absolutely, he played great last night. He really, really did. He avoided pressure when it was coming. He made some big-time throws. And the one thing you hear about CJ Beathard, this dude is tough as nails. And having watched every game of his career, I can tell you it is very true. He will take some massive hits, get right back up, and just, you know, charge at the defense again, man. He has a lot of heart there. And I was really proud of the way he played yesterday. Our offensive line continues to kill it. Our running game was on point, 5.8 yards a carry. Very, very happy with that. They were doing an outstanding job from the get-go. And it worked out. And Mostert, of all players, had a really good game. He had really not shown the ability to run the ball successfully a whole lot for the 49ers to this point. He also had some fumbling concerns, but he played really, really good yesterday. And Matt Breida, man, you know, soon enough, we're going to have to start talking about him being one of the best running backs in the NFL. You know, early on, you're wondering if he just had a few good games, but he has been continuing through every single week while playing through injuries, having some very, very good games. Very happy with him. Having Marquise Goodwin back for the 49ers is a complete game changer. If you didn't notice last night, he only had 4 catches, but 126 yards and 2 touchdowns. It really opens things up for the rest of the offense, honestly, because when you have to worry about a guy with speed like that, it's going to get other receivers open. Pierre Garçon hasn't really been playing all that well. He had 4 catches for 37 yards, but I have not been impressed with him at all this season. Last year, he was freaking amazing for the 49ers. This year, I just haven't really seen it. Gotta wonder if age is catching up to him a little bit, and I know the 49ers, I believe they have it out in their contract this upcoming offseason. I know it's happening soon. So if he doesn't step it up, man, they're probably going to let him go. I wouldn't be shocked. Juice continues to make some plays for us. George Kittle is phenomenal. He only had 4 catches for 30 yards last night, but if you have watched George Kittle play, He is a difference maker, dude. He really is. He changes the game. He is an incredible run blocker. Very, very good run blocker. That's one reason you're seeing the 49ers have so much success on the ground. And then he's a mismatch for coverages, too. So I said it before the season. I'm sticking to it. This guy is going to be a top 5 tight end. I don't know if he's there yet this year, but he's probably in that conversation right now. But if he's not there this year, I think he's definitely going to be there very, very soon. Defensively for the 49ers, it's such a mixed bag. It is so tough to grade this defense because they do so many things very, very well, but then they just make mistakes and it kills them. They made like a 60-yard mistake on the opening play. Last week it was a 75-yard mistake to Christian Kirk on broken coverage. This week, I believe it went for 60 yards to Valdez-Scantling on the first play for the Packers. And they've got to clean that up. But, you know, if I look at this defense, they are a few pieces away from being an elite defense. And finding those few pieces is not going to be easy. I'm not saying, hey, the 49ers are going to be an elite defense soon. That's probably not how it's going to play out, but they have got a lot of guys in place that you can see the talent there. You can see that they have the potential to be an elite defense. What they really need is a pass rusher, which if you didn't know already, Jimmy Garoppolo is done for the season. The 49ers are 1-5 right now. And it is very, very likely that the 49ers are probably going to have a top 5 pick, I would imagine. So maybe they're going to be able to find their pass rusher there. I know there's a lot of good pass rushers coming out in the class, and if they can get a good pass rusher on the edge to complement DeForest Buckner, who gets a ton of pressure from the inside. I think he's second in the NFL from the inside in quarterback pressures. If you can throw that, that could change the entire defense entirely. I mean, that's going to make everybody's job easier at that point. The other big issue we have on defense is our cornerback position. Not Richard Sherman. He has been phenomenal this season. I think he's only given up 3 catches all year long. Part of that's just that he's really good. The other part is our other cornerback position is so freaking bad. Why would they throw it to Richard Sherman when the other guy's always open, you know? So it's a little bit of both. And I still wonder if Richard Sherman's going to be able to continue through next year. But if Richard Sherman can play like this next year too, the 49ers can draft a pass rusher. They could have a top 10 defense next year. They do need to address this other corner, but I really think I still have faith in Ahkello Witherspoon. I don't know if I should or not. He's very young. He showed a lot of promise last year, and he has just been insanely hurt this year. Even when he's healthy, there's definitely things he's got to clean up. I'm not saying otherwise, but I still think he could be a number 2 corner for us. But the 49ers have still got to address it. K'Wan Williams hasn't really been as good this year as he was last year. Maben's been thrown into the game. He makes some good plays and then blows coverage on others. There's just too much inconsistency. There's a lot of talent that's there. They just are not consistent enough, and it's something they are probably going to have to address this offseason. But if they do, I mean, we could have a great defense because I expect us to get a pass rusher in the draft. I assume that's going to happen. Who knows? It depends on who's there. We don't know all that yet, but I assume they'll get a pass rusher in the draft. And then from there, it's just internal development. I mean, Reuben Foster, he's going to get better. Fred Warner's just going to get better. Solomon Thomas is starting to come around. He's not much of a pass rusher, but he's very, very good at stopping the run. Same with Armstead. You know, he can stop the run very well. Overall, there's a lot of talent there. They just got to bring all the pieces together. One guy I was very happy with last night, Ronald Blair. You guys know how I love him. And he's getting a lot more snaps now, and he is earning it, dude. He had a pretty excellent game there. But overall, they held Aaron Rodgers in check for most of the game. Rodgers is going to Rodgers towards the end of it, as expected. But I'm pretty proud with the way the 49ers played. It sucked to get the loss, but you know, there's no such thing as a moral victory in my mind, right? A loss is a loss, but in the 49ers case, that loss might be a better draft pick for us. And the way the young guys played, I was very happy with. Over onto the Packers side of thing, Aaron Rodgers missed a lot of throws he typically would not miss. Obviously, he has been playing hurt. And, you know, I can see how the knee would affect his mobility as well as maybe his stance in certain cases. But some of the inaccurate throws, I don't know if that's, I don't know. Maybe the knee does affect that there, but just missed throws I'm not used to seeing him miss. He threw 25 of 46 on the day. Not a great percentage for him. Did throw 425 yards, though. A lot of big-time plays, especially in the fourth quarter. When the 49ers were up by 7 in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes to go, I knew the 49ers would lose. It wasn't even like, I didn't have a single bit of me that was wondering if the 49ers are going to be able to pull it out. It was really just a matter of would they lose in regulation or overtime. Because Aaron Rodgers in the fourth quarter at Lambeau Field, you know, it's just not going to go well. Especially when 49ers defense, while they show promise, they're not quite there yet. They had that big penalty on Richard Sherman that really cost them the game. Had it not been for that penalty, the 49ers might have been able to win that. I still don't want to say that because Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers and he can make some miracles happen. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers ran for 34 yards. That huge fourth quarter run killed him. Aaron Jones did a pretty good job, 5.1 yards a carry. I still feel like the 49ers did a pretty good job in run defense, but if I look at the stats, it definitely doesn't tell that story. 5.5 yards a carry. Aaron Jones had 5.1 yards a carry, but I feel like the 49ers were really doing a pretty good job up until the end there. And then defensively, there was just too many mismatches, man. Devontae Adams just went off. Greg Maben can't cover him. K'Wan Williams can't cover him. I don't even think Witherspoon played last night. He might have been hurt. I don't remember hearing anything about that, but I know he's been hurt a lot. Let me Google this really quick, actually. I don't think he got benched, but maybe he did. Maybe that's what happened. Was he out last night? Let's see. I don't see anything about him being out. I think he's been hurt, though. I really think he's been hurt. I don't know if he was like a healthy scratch last night or what, but it doesn't look like he played. I didn't see him playing. I just didn't hear anything about him being ruled out for the game, so I don't know what's going on there. I guess I'll have to find more about it, but I know he's been banged up all season, and when you're a corner with a leg injury, you know, it's really tough to play, you know, just fight through that because you're going to be at a disadvantage. Jimmy Graham, 104 yards. I mean, they had 3 receivers over 100 yards. Just the big plays is what really killed the 49ers. Broken coverage on a lot of those. Outside of those big plays, they were pretty sound, but, you know, when you're getting 17 yards per catch on 25 catches, you're doing something very, very wrong in the secondary. And Aaron Rodgers made some plays. The Packers defense really was not super impressed with them. The 49ers offense, despite having a lot of backups in the game or starters playing hurt, did very well. CJ Beathard looked very, very good there. I know they have some young corners, though. I think those guys are going to be fine. They didn't really get a lot of pressure on the 49ers, which I kind of anticipated they would do. But they did get a few sacks. They got 4 quarterback hits overall. The 49ers, who don't have much of a pass rush, got 7 quarterback hits to kind of give you a little bit of a comparison there. So the 49ers offensive line did a great job. But overall, Kevin King got that interception late in the game. But, you know, I really wasn't that impressed with the Packers, honestly. I'm sure they'll turn it around. Aaron Rodgers playing hurt is clearly changing things for them a little bit. And that defense is going to have to step up more than they did last night. I still don't ever want to rule Aaron Rodgers out for the playoffs, though. Like, as long as he's going to be playing, I think the Packers will make the playoffs. But, you know, the NFC is super competitive right now. The Packers are 3-0-1 at home, 0-2 on the road. They're going to have to find a way to get some road victories. And that defense is going to have to step up a little bit more. They've been in some of these other games that they didn't win. Obviously, penalties have cost them some. But overall, I just wasn't super impressed by them. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how their season ends up playing out here. But overall, they got the victory at home. Still proud of my 49ers, man. Thank you guys for watching this video. I am actually going to go live with some Call of Duty Black Ops 4 over on Twitch. If you guys are interested, there will be a link in the description below. But thank y'all for watching this video. Hope you guys have a freaking fantastic day, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.